Nice day. Welcome to today's episode of 180 Seconds with God, a revival message that transforms lives and unites people with God. Our word chat for today is titled Magnifying God Above Problems, and our Bible references are taken from the book of Psalm 34, verse 1 to 4. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall make a boast in the Lord. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Oh, magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together. I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my fears. Second Bible reference, 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. There has no temptation taking you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. Anything that is magnified appears bigger. When you magnify God and not the problem, you enjoy God's mercies and grace. Magnifying God is one of the best ways of worshiping God. Magnifying God is making God bigger than you and your present or future circumstances. Magnifying God above problems diminishes the problem before God. Your mind is fixed on what God can do and not what your problems are done. The charge for us today is to re-examine what are we focusing on when we are going through trials of faith. Even problems has the tendency, every problem has the tendency to demand worship. But you must refuse to worship problems. We are to worship God and worship God alone in spirit and in truth. If you don't like what you see around you now, speak to them rather than talking about them to everyone. Talking about problems is a way of worshiping the problem. Stop worshiping those problems. Fix your attention on God. That will not make problems that are bigger than you to come your way. God promised us that whatever the problem that comes our way, he will make a way of escape for us to be able to bear them. Please let this motivate us to turn to God now and give him true worship. In conclusion, let's always bless the Lord at all times, everywhere we go. Let his praise continually be in our mouth, praising God, exalting his name higher than our problems, intentionally filling the atmosphere with worship songs and praises. Please, let's cultivate the habit of sharing testimonies, encouraging the faith of everyone around us to rise up. Magnifying God above problems is dominating every form of limitations in your life. And you can only do this when you forsake sin and embrace God. Ask God for mercy and forgiveness in any way you have missed it in the past. Make Jesus your Lord and Savior and engage in true worship from today. God bless your day. This is your pastor, Pastor Abiodun Idowu.